Hey there, welcome back. I'm the Fanatic, and I know it's been a while, but we are back. And in today's episode, we're going to be doing a scouting report on one Mr. Johnny Davis out of Wisconsin. With a huge breakout season, this kid is rapidly rising on everybody's draft boards. He's projected on 8th, 5th. He's being high on a lot of places, and if we're talking about a conversation for who's going with those top picks and what's really a pretty stacked draft class, if we're being honest, at least that's the way it's shaping out to be right now. And one of the things that I really like about him is he sort of does it. His game just doesn't match with his height. He feels like a big man that's playing shooting guard. He's averaging 8 boards a game, 19.7 points. If you look at him, he's such a great finisher. It's not even about athleticism. He just has that soft touch. And when you look at him, it's not like he's a bad shooter either. He's shooting 43% from the field, and he's shooting over 30% from 3. He's a very decent shooter, even though, yeah, he's going to need to improve a little bit at the next level in that category, but that's nothing that most rookies don't have to do anyway. You look at guys like Killian Hayes, Cade Cunningham, Isaiah Stewart, Sadiq Bey, LaMelo Ball. The list goes on and on. Like, guys don't usually come into the league and immediately be amazing shooters. They can be, but it usually takes a year or two for them to start developing into an NBA caliber shooter. And that's absolutely fine. Especially when we're looking at a guy like this. He's just stepping up into the big moment. He's showing a willingness to be the guy that takes the last shot. But it's not like his shots, they aren't always high percentage, but they don't feel forced either, because his touch around the rim is just so soft and clean. It's hard to describe. The way that he just knows how to get his man in a position where he can go right over him. He's not an excellent athlete. He's not a guy that's going to be dunking on you. He's only 6'5", and he's a shooting guard, so it's not like he's going to be this huge finishing prospect. It's more like he just knows how to lay it in. He knows how to float it up. And when you combine that with his crafty ball handling, it's a real joy to watch. It's like watching... obviously, he's not as good as Allen Iverson, but if you look at the way that he just finds a way to, A, get in a position to get to the rim, and B, he just finds a way to go over his man, it's really something to watch. I don't think that he's going to be a huge superstar player at the next level. I don't think he has that kind of potential within him, but based off of his sort of do-it-all attitude and his toughness, willing to play through contact and get things done and be the last one that takes a shot, he reminds me a lot of like a spark plug off the bench, or a complimentary piece. He could definitely be like a solid starter for a solid decade. And I think that if a team takes a chance on him, and we're talking about a real chance, like, I don't think that he should be forced into a number 1 option role. I think that if he's ready for that at the next level, he should be given that opportunity, but I don't think it should be forced upon him, because his game is just clean and smooth. If he gets paired with some solid shooters, not like he's a bad shooter, but just opening up the ways that their offense can attack, and you get a really good team around that, it's just going to be very consistent, because he has good touch. He's a good shooter from 3. It's not like he's bad at that. He's very decent. It's definitely something I'd like to see him improve because, again, not exactly what you want it to be yet, but it's not like it's not coming along. And with the huge breakout season he's having, it's making us wonder if he can take another similar step as he starts experiencing NBA level development. And one of the big things with him is he knows how to score from the mid-range too, which is amazingly effective in the NBA today because teams aren't used to it. It's become sort of old-fashioned, and through that idea of it being old-fashioned, people have just kind of assumed that they don't need to learn how to defend it because no one's going to use it. And that's why guys like DeMar DeRozan and Kawhi Leonard are so effective. But that's something that like really interests me with him. He reminds me of like a shorter DeMar DeRozan that isn't as explosive of an athlete. He doesn't have that kind of playmaking, unfortunately. His playmaking isn't bad, it's definitely coming along, but I'd like to see him make a little bit more plays, and I think that playmaking is definitely one of the larger aspects of his game that I'm going to need to see improve at the next level, but right now, he's looking like a really solid starter complementary piece for the next decade. And I really hope that his career turns out well for him because his game is so beautiful to watch. Some people might call it boring. I call it majestic, beautiful, clean. It's almost artistic. It's like Van Gogh painting. And a lot of people aren't going to appreciate that because they appreciate their high-flying dunks and their 45-foot threes and all those game-sealing shots. This is a man that isn't afraid of the last shot, but is also not afraid of taking smart shots. And I'm really, really excited by that. I really hope his career goes well for him. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.